You rest motionless upon the shore, your form shaped by countless cycles of wind, wave, and survival. Your body bears weight and softness, decorated with dark patterns of scars and markings, a living map of endurance. To distant observers, you appear serene, perhaps even idle. But here, stillness is not surrender, it is survival itself. You are a harbor seal, and ease has never been part of your story. Born at the edge of two worlds. Your first breath came where ocean meets land in perpetual conflict, a narrow beach, slippery with seaweed and heavy with salt-laden air. The waves know no pause, and danger maintains the same relentless rhythm. From your very first moment, you were vulnerable. No burrow, no cave, no protection except your mother's flesh and the ancient knowledge coded into your being. Your newborn body was clumsy, unproven, barely functional in water. The same sea that would eventually nourish you could have easily claimed you. Your mother remained vigilant, her head lifting at every disturbance, every shifting shadow. Deep sleep was a luxury she could not claim. She nursed you with milk so rich it felt like liquid survival, thick, fatty, concentrated energy. Every hour mattered. The longer you remained helpless ashore, the greater the threat. Gulls traced circles overhead. Foxes maintained their patient watch from the dunes. Humans occasionally appeared, their tall forms alien and impossible to predict. Stillness became your first defense. Your cries were small, almost breakable sounds, but she responded each time, drawing you nearer, placing her body as a barrier between you and everything else. Her presence was temporary. Somehow, you both understood this truth, even without words or comprehension. The ocean was your birthright, but nothing would be given freely. The first plunge. Days accumulated. Your body thickened with blubber. Your muscles found their strength. Then, one morning, your mother entered the water and simply waited. The tide pulled at her like an invitation written in current and cold. You held back. The sea roared. It was frigid. It was infinite. But you went in anyway. The cold invaded you completely. Your limbs thrashed without coordination. Fear flooded through you. Then something deeper than fear emerged. Instinct older than consciousness. Your flippers found their rhythm. Your body discovered buoyancy. You remained above water.
This was lesson 1. The ocean is indifferent to your terror. Learning the depths. Growth meant descending rather than expanding outward. You mastered the dive, learned to compress yourself against increasing pressure, allowed your heartbeat to slow as sunlight dimmed overhead. You pursued fish that flickered like liquid mercury, swift, erratic, impossible to predict with certainty. Success came sometimes, other times, nothing. Hunger taught its own curriculum. You tasted defeat early, fruitless dives, poorly timed strikes, entire days when the sea withheld everything. During those stretches, your body consumed itself. Fat transformed into fuel. Warmth became expendable. Other seals shared your waters, though connection was fleeting. You gathered sometimes on haul-out sites, bodies pressed together not from affection but from pragmatism. Collective warmth, distributed alertness. When one head snapped upward, all followed. True rest never existed. Even on land, your muscles maintained readiness. Your nostrils analyzed unfamiliar scents. Your ears cataloged sounds beyond visual range. The beach wasn't safe, merely less dangerous than open water, and only temporarily. The accumulation of scars. Injuries arrived gradually. A tooth mark from a territorial dispute, a near miss with something massive below, swift, dark, invisible until almost upon you. You never glimpsed its face, only felt the water displacement as it passed. Afterward, you interpreted the sea's sounds differently. Silence might indicate safety, or it might mask something waiting. You evolved. You discovered when to plunge deep and when to skim surfaces, when to hunt in solitude and when to shadow others' movements. You learned that curiosity could be fatal, but ignorance could bring starvation. Everything became about equilibrium. Seasons cycled, waters chilled, then warmed again. Fish migrations altered your pathways. Storms rewrote the geography of coastlines. Your birthplace transformed beyond recognition, yet you returned. Something within recognized it, not through sight, but through some deeper familiarity, like wisdom stored in sinew rather than thought.
The weight of years. Age brought mass to your body, greater strength but diminished speed. Each dive required more deliberation. Every breath carried significance. Movement became economical. Play vanished entirely. Young seals emerged, ungainly, vocal, careless. You observed from distance. You remembered that smallness, that obliviousness. Some would persist, others would not. The ocean would render its verdict, as always. Human presence intensified. Vessels crossed through feeding territories. Nets materialized where fish once moved freely. Underwater sounds traveled farther than aerial ones, and the sea filled with alien noise, persistent, artificial, overwhelming. Again, you adjusted. You had always adjusted. But adaptation has boundaries. The narrowing margin. One day, something synthetic brushed against you underwater. Slender, unnatural, wrong. You recoiled just quickly enough, pulse racing. Others possessed less fortune. You detected blood afterward. You did not investigate. Rest periods shortened. Watchfulness intensified. The equilibrium shifted. And now you lie here once more on the sand, your form curved like an unanswered question. Your eyes rest closed, but sleep eludes you. Wind passes across your whiskers. Each one reads the environment, calibrated to detect the subtlest shifts in air and water. Your breathing maintains its measured pace, energy hoarded. To onlookers, you project contentment. They cannot perceive the constant calculation beneath your stillness, the reasoning behind selecting this precise location, this particular moment. The way your existence has been sculpted not by comfort, but by perpetual compromises. Security traded for sustenance, rest bartered for risk, isolation exchanged for survival. You command no territory, you inspire no fear, yet you persist. Every mark inscribed on your hide testifies to this fact. The inevitable return. The ocean will summon you again soon. It never stops calling. When that moment arrives, you will slide forward without fanfare, returning to the realm that simultaneously threatens and sustains you. You will descend once more. You will hunt once more. You will endure once more, if fortune and the sea permit. For now, you rest, not because existence is kind, but because survival requires it.